Hi there, Micheal Lichter. I'm back doing another Lichter Live for Dennis Kirk. And I'm here today at the Full Tilt Boogie in Minnesota. We're not far out of Minneapolis. And I'm with a good friend here, Donnie Smith. Donnie and I go back over 40 years. I hate to admit that. We're telling our age here. But
we're still here. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Donnie, this will be your 50th year go to Sturgis next year, right?
Yep. 50th year, and I'll be 80 years old. So
wow.
And I'm my brother, Happy Smith, and another friend of ours, Doug Repke. We met Doug out there, and the three of us have been there every year and had a cocktail.
Wow.
So.
And we met in Sturgis in 1979 in City Park.
City Park, yep.
There you go.
You see that picture he has with the prosthesis on it and the Harley? That's right where we were. He was on one side of the tent and we were on the other.
You were camped to the left, I was camped to the right. Yeah. That's right. And here we are, we're at this Full Tilt Boogie, and I think they're calling it old school choppers and vans, but what's your impression of this?
Well, it's definitely, you know, I mean, it's 70s, you know, I mean, I went through the 70s, you know, that's when we started Smith and Fetro and kind of got out of our drag racing habit and got into doing bikes, you know, and I see a lot of some of our framework, some of our front end, some other pieces, a lot of stuff that companies have been gone for a long time. But you know, there's always stuff laying around that, you know, I built some bikes called SLA, and it's I'll use the decent stuff laying around, you know, and that's pretty cool to dig some of that up and you go, oh boy, I've had that a long time.
Wow.
And but the show is great. They got a lot of good looking bikes. Most of them I'm sure been ridden in here and leaking oil like they're supposed to. they ain't leaking oil, they ain't got none in it.
And we saw one with an SB&F, Smith Brothers and Fetro original
girder on it.
Girder front end.
There's another one here with a
Springer. That you guys made in the 70s. Wow.
Yeah, we made about 1,500 of them.
Wow.
You know, each one of them. You
That's awesome. But you know, what's kind of interesting to me is that you're here on an M8.
Yeah.
And it's fairly stock. You made enough modifications to make it a Donnie Smith bike, and certainly the paint, you did the rear section on there, you did a little rake on it. But I think it's interesting that here we are with all these old bikes, and you're on a brand new M8. But you know, it's hard to argue.
At one time they were the new bike, you know, so.
That's right.
Hopefully these will be around back then, and people are still doing it. And it's kind of neat to see people revive some of them old bikes that, you know, like the rat rods and, you know, patinaed cars and trucks that have become a thing. That's kind of, I guess, the bike answer to that, you know, and I think it's cool. I mean, it's, to me, I look at all parts like that bike there has that AE&E air cleaner on it, that little funny looking thing there. You know, had one of them back in about 1971 myself.
Wow, that's awesome.
That could be it.
You know, it's funny because it's, do you ever say, you look at these and go, been there, done that?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Yeah, and you know, I see some guys walking around with Hasselblads and film cameras, and I also think that's really cool that they're doing it, but I also think, been there, done that.
Yeah.
So I spent half my career on that, I'm ready to move on. But anyway, I think it's awesome seeing you coming out today.
Hey,
great to see this show. And I'll tell you, I hope I could get to the Donnie Smith bike show in the end of March in Minneapolis.
26th, 27th of March.
March 26th, 27th,
so far,
2022.
So good. Everything looks positive, you know, so.
And it's looking good, and they do an awesome show in Minneapolis. It's an indoor show, end of the year, it's before the bike season, so all the bikes are ready, all the new bikes will be out, so try to get to the Donnie Smith show as well. And Donnie, thanks again.
All right, thank you.
It's always so great to run into you. Thanks, my friend.
pleasure.
All right, take care, we'll see you soon.